Welcome back, everybody. TB Sports 27. It's the second half of the American Conference Championship game, and Lamar Jackson and the Toronto Huskies have been pretty dominant. Now, the Redwoods are sticking in there, but Lamar Jackson has shown that he cannot be stopped, and the Huskies are going to get the ball to begin the second half. So they scored at the end of the first half. That made things very, very dangerous for the Redwoods because now they are in a very, very bad spot. Want to give a quick shout out and a thank you. We got some brand new Patreon supporters. So all of you guys that have signed up over on Patreon, thank you guys so much for being supporters of TB Sports 27. Can't do it without you guys. Second half, I almost wondered if the Redwoods would try an onside kick here, but they got to get a defensive stop. They have not had one yet, and they're going to be in a very bad spot if the Huskies go down and get a score here. It's been the Lamar Jackson show so far, rushing the ball, passing the ball. He's got a couple of rushing touchdowns. He's got the passing touchdowns. You can just see the damage. If you're just now tuning in, whether you're watching on Twitch live with us, whether you joined us on YouTube and you didn't see part one, this is what you missed in part one. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown rushes, but he's got touchdowns through the air as well. And just the damage that he has done. And we haven't even seen Anquan Bolden get heated up just yet either. When he gets going, they're going to be even worse off. They're going to be in a bad, bad way because Lamar Jackson is a bad, bad man. Alvin Kamara, the give. And just picks up a couple of yards there. The black and blue of the Toronto Huskies. Jackson again, he's going to take off. He's got 130 yards rushing so far in this game. Kind of ridiculous. Video game numbers, right? Is this a video game? Watch the run. Jackson looking for Walls. That one jarred. Incomplete. Incomplete. What's going on, guys? What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been watching? What have you guys been playing? Drop your comments down below. We interact with you. We're at the stage where we could respond to every comment on YouTube. So drop a comment. We'll write back to you. Jump in the chat with us. Your message will go up on the screen here live on Twitch. Follow along so you don't miss a second of the action. First down. Wow. Alvin Kamara just reaching across and getting that first down for the Huskies. Jackson again. No stopping him. He might break that 200-yard mark.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. All day, punk.
And he could just stop and do that. Bolitnikov's had a big game here today.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I don't think there's any answers. There are no answers right now for stopping Lamar Jackson. What can you do?
Here we go.
A lot of people thought this was going to be the dream match, Lamar Jackson versus Michael Vick. Did not happen. But we got a good one here, but Lamar Jackson, I mean, he's making Otto Graham blush with how he's moving around the field. Calling his shots. Here comes your blitz, and Jackson tried to get rid of it, and Leroy Selman came in. So there's at least a little bit for the Sacramento Redwoods. 3rd and 18, 3rd and long for the Huskies.
Check, 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 check.
Jackson sacked.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on.
Leroy Selman did it again. And they are still going to get points, you would think. But they were able to come up with a stop. So there's your first stop of the game for the Redwoods. A lot of time, though, came off the clock on that opening drive, did it not? George Blanda is perfect. 38-17. Do the Redwoods have a comeback in them? We know they can score fast, they can score often. The answer is going to be whether their defense can respond at all. Play action fake to Kareem Hunt and Otto Graham. So it looks like, probably when you're watching, and again, I haven't played a lot of the newer Madden, so whether it's like that or not, it looks like I'm just standing there and getting hit, but I'm hitting the throw button. The throwing animation in this game is just so long. So right here, I'm like tapping to throw the ball, and he's just not going. And I think he has to finish his animation of the play fake, and then he's got to do his 3-step drop. And that's what does not allow you to throw the ball. So I promise I saw him coming, and I was trying. Listen, see if you can't hear me hit the button when those kind of plays happen. Oh my God, and that one. Well, that one, I mean, that just, there's no stopping that. And, well, I mean, we kind of hyped up this Husky defense and what they did, where they beat up and took out Deshaun Watson, and we beat up and took out John Elway. And here they are now starting to do the same to Otto Graham in this quarterback duel that we were promised. It's starting to be a little one-sided here. 3rd and long for the Redwoods. Graham just gets rid of it. Randy Moss didn't even have a shot at it. And boy, they hate to have to punt this one away, but there's no choice. And it's slowly starting to get away from the Redwoods a little bit here. Oh my goodness, we've seen a lot of that in this game, of folks just getting in each other's ways on runs and stuff. Not much from Alvin Kamara. He doesn't need to do much. There's been Lamar Jackson tearing it up out there. That sounds like Steve McMichael. Did you hear that? Better stand there drinking a coffee while a man's talking to you, Davey boy.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. 65, 65.
First down, Kamara breaks loose, and Toronto is one step closer to going to the inaugural Ultra Bowl. In another playoff blowout. Did they save it for the postseason? (45-17). 406 yards of offense, all Huskies in this one.
We got this.
They knew when they punted that one away that it was kind of, they were in a bad way when that happened.
59, 59. Get your swerve on.
Kareem Hunt can't even get started there. McGinnis, I mean, you know, he's won a bunch of titles with the Patriots.
Ready, 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Watch the pass. Let's go.
And for Randy Moss, I mean, unless they can get something going, it's going to be another. Randy Moss just getting so close to getting a Pro Football Championship. Otto Graham's tasted it. Now he has NFL championships. No Super Bowls, no Ultra Bowls. It's something Randy Moss has been so close. Yeah, the Kareem Hunt show. I don't think that one's happening, so. I mean, you can, you know, however this one turned out, you can say the committee got it right. Put them in over Dublin. Put them in over the Shamrocks. But they proved it. They had one of the greatest playoff games with the LA Kiss. And then a phenomenal game that they had where you had thought that, you know, with what they did to Michael Vick in the Armadillos, very similar playing style here in Lamar Jackson, they would have had that scouted. But Lamar Jackson, just a different beast. They're not going away, though. The Redwoods are not going away, and they're not giving up on this one.
Let's go.
Absolutely not. You got to love the fight if you're a Redwoods fan.
Check, 59. I'm coming. Deep rip.
Another sack onto Otto Graham, and it's second time. It's the Deacon.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hit it.
The John Voight, is that the John Voight car? I think I make that joke every time. All right, guys, we're going to go to quarter number 3 in this one. 45-17. Huskies hanging on to the lead. Can the Redwoods pull off the comeback of comebacks? Or is Toronto? I don't even know where the Ultra Bowl is. I don't know where they're headed. What game would this be? This was, I don't know, would it be Arizona or something? They're going to be in non-RXFL cities. Not on the same page there on that throw, and it's 4th and goal. And yeah, so you got to have touchdowns. I would think do or die here, it's got to be Randy Moss, right? Even if he's covered. It's exactly what happened. They went to Randy Moss, and it was swatted away. And there you have it. I think the Huskies are headed to the Ultra Bowl. And I didn't hear a single one of you guys have the Toronto Huskies in your Ultra Bowl pool and your Ultra Bowl predictions. Randy Moss frustrated for as much as they were on this Cinderella run at 8-8 from an 8-2 team, all the losses, and then to come in and get the big upset wins, to send Terry Bradshaw and Michael Vick packing. Certainly a disappointing effort, but if you're a Huskies fan, like I said, how many of you, I didn't hear any of you. I didn't hear none of yous having the Toronto Huskies in your championship, in your Ultra Bowl. They are a couple of minutes away from this one happening. So what do you guys think? Who do you guys want to see the Huskies play? Who matches up best? Lamar Jackson and Portland? Do you guys want to see them take on the best team? Of course, on the Lumberjack side, Russell Wilson. It would be a modern battle. It would be, so how about the Legends League, and you have the possibility of Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson being your quarterbacks? Or do you guys want to see Lamar Jackson and another high-powered offense in the St. Louis Rhinos? So the Lumberjacks, probably the best overall team, and that's obvious by their record there. But you look at the numbers of Russell Wilson, and he isn't exactly at the top as far as like passing yards and all that. But you got Terrell Davis. That's the same way that John Elway won his championship. You rely on a Terrell Davis, and you got guys like that in there. But then on the other side, you got the St. Louis Rhinos, who got Jim Kelly. He wants to win his first pro football championship. You got Odell Beckham Jr. You got Megatron on that team as well, like an insane team. So, you know what I mean? What do you guys want to see? Who do you want to see? You want to see Rhinos Huskies or Lumberjacks Huskies? Lamar Jackson, play fake, gets it. Bolden stays in bounds. And luckily for us, of the teams, these are some of the teams that did make it over to Madden 24. You know, they took away a lot of our teams. They added cities, which is cool, but then they took a lot of teams away. But the Huskies, the Redwoods, and the Lumberjacks are one of the teams that made it the cut, made it to the next round of Madden relocation squads. I can't believe they didn't add just like a couple of teams in there. And wow, Alvin Kamara again. Second time he's going to go down. They're just trying to run out the clock. So they'll go back to Billy Sims. But yeah, it's just like, man, oh man. How did you not at least add in like one or two extra teams? They didn't give us anything, and they took teams away from us. It's a little frustrating there.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
There's Charles Woodson, who came up with the interception earlier in the ball game against Lamar Jackson.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Pop, pop, pop. Shut up.
It's unreal. Redwood's feeling like they have no answers out there. An ankle bruise. Yeah, you might as well keep Billy Sims in the mix. But knowing Madden, they're going to put him right back in.
Hey, we gotta get to the ball, T. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep
Clock chewing mood. Clock chewing mode for the Huskies. Toronto. We're about to have an international Ultra Bowl. The Toronto Huskies getting ready to celebrate a huge win here at home. And just minutes, seconds away from being American Conference champions. Look at this. Huskies are going to go empty set on 3rd and 6. Go ahead and clinch it right there. Oh, Charles Woodson. Interception, his second of the day. Too little, too late, though. They were trying to put the dagger in, weren't they? They were trying to get the dagger. And Woodson stepped up. He had Bolitnikoff in the back of the end zone. How about Anquan Bolden didn't do a whole lot today? He could be dangerous. He's looking for a championship. He had a couple of runs with the Cardinals and the Ravens and all of them. But it's going to be Jackson. It's going to be Alvin Kamara going to his first championship. Fred Bolitnikoff out there too. Intercepted. Unbelievable. Three interceptions for Otto Graham in this one. And the Huskies. The Husky defense. I mean, they have been dominant in the postseason. We said it multiple times in this stream.
Run you over.
We'll say it again. I mean, they knocked out. They went in and they knocked out Deshaun Watson. They silenced John Elway. And Otto Graham, who had been on absolute fire in his 2 postseason games. And of course, they stick Alvin Kamara back in, even though I said substitute him out. But they have shut down another quarterback here. So it's going to be the Toronto Huskies show. The Toronto Huskies go into the Ultra Bowl, and they'll await either Portland or St. Louis. As always, if you guys are watching live with us on Twitch or on Patreon, Alvin Kamara trying to prove that he's not hurt. Just to put this one in the books. It's a touchdown. And it is a dominant victory for the Toronto Huskies. So if you're watching on Patreon, if you're watching on Twitch, the National Conference Championship is coming your way right after this. Stay right where you are. If you're watching on YouTube, over the next 2 days, the National Conference Championship is going to be coming your way here on the channel. Of course, if you don't want to wait those 2 days, if you want to see Portland and St. Louis, patreon.com/tvsports27. You can catch this stream early and ad-free up on our Patreon page there for you.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Come on, boy. Come on, fight.
So Otto Graham's going to have another shot here just to try to get something. And well, he's hell-bent just getting the ball into Randy Moss, which is not a bad way of doing things. I mean, we almost had a shootout again. Toronto lived up to their end of the bargain with 52 points. Sacramento did not match that, and there's Randy Moss. And they're still playing. Give them credit. Give these Redwoods credit.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
No matter what, they are still out there fighting and scrapping. There's Jabbar Gaffney, but he drops it. And I bet the Huskies are just ready for this clock to wind out. They want to celebrate. They want this American Conference Championship. And for the 4th time, Otto Graham is picked off.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
Give me a kneel down play. That is going to do it, guys. We'll wind this one down.
Here we go.
And the Toronto Huskies can celebrate a berth in the Ultra Bowl. How about the rushing attack between Alvin Kamara and Lamar Jackson? I'd have close to 400 yards rushing between the two of them. And that's going to do it. Go ahead and celebrate, Toronto. You're going to the Ultra Bowl. The Toronto Huskies victorious, and they will play for an Ultra Bowl championship. They will play for the Mora Trophy. Coach Jim Mora will hand it out to the winner of the playoffs. 363 yards for the Toronto Huskies. 50-plus points. And they head off like they've been there before. My goodness, guys. That is going to do it here. TV Sports 27. As always, support us on all our different streaming platforms across all of our avenues there. Go ahead and give us a follow, subscribe, support, whatever you guys need to do. Coming back, it's the National Conference Championship game. The Redwoods are out The Huskies move on, and we got the Lumberjacks and Rhinos coming your way next.